And you could not even tell the dying position by the view of the photograph you are there.
No, of course not.
In fact, you could not even tell the dying position of the deceased from any of the materials available to you by your client. Could you? Could you or you? No, you could not. Could you tell?
Yes, to some extent.
Which material had that information of how the deceased died?
My lord, if I looked at the blood that was on the bed sheet, the blood that was in the room, the DNA where the deceased probably died.
So obviously you have not understood my question. Let me repeat it. Did any of the materials you were availed by the defense using any of the materials that you had? Could you tell the dying position of the deceased?
My lord, that's what I'm trying to answer.
Mr. Nzoa, could you or you could not?
Yes.
Which materials?
The blood pattern
Blood pattern report
and the DNA analysis.
the DNA analysis.
Yes.
So using those two, you could tell whether the deceased died standing or sitting or lying down.
No, I couldn't.
Now, you realize that we are not communicating. So, for clarity of record, you cannot tell the dying position or posture of the deceased through any of the materials available to you by your client. Correct?
Correct.
You could not tell. I want you to look at your report, which is my Lord President 28. Court page 13. Are you there?
That's right.
I want you to look at the second last bullet. Can you read it to court?
My lord, the bullet says the blood spatter pattern shows that the blood of the victim, in this case the accused, was all over the room, and that of the deceased was only on the bed sheet.
Okay. My Lord, may I request for prosecution 116, which is the blood pattern report. Yes, 110, which is my Lord, the blood pattern report. There you go. Dr. Mpua, get court the source of this information.
I hope we were stopped from showing this witness prosecution exhibits.
Yes. And is making an observation based on that.
But my lord, this court stopped us from when we were leading the witness, we were not allowed to pick documents from the court file.
He insisted that we use only the what he came with.
My lord, does my land brother have any other report? Because I am okay to put any other report to him.
No, my lord, I'm
That
not saying we
report
should
which-
keep the precedent the same. When we tried to lead the witness using documents from court file, we were stopped. We were stopped.
My lord, the circumstances were that they led him in chief based on what he examined. And we say
Based on the information they had provided.
they had provided, yes. Now here, I am cross-examining, quoting the blood partner report, which it refers to. Unless, my lord, there is a second blood partner report that will show that is different from this one. We can get it from counsel.
No, my lord, that's not the context. The context, my lord, was that we asked this court to give the accused person, to give the witness a copy of the post-mortem report. The prosecution objected that this witness cannot pick a document cannot be given to the witness from the court, and that he must go and bring the documents that were given to him, and were even forced to tender in photocopies of what we were given. So, my lord, all I am saying is that the same standard that applied to us must apply to my colleague.
My lord, we can make it easier. Doctor, can you pull out the blood partner report that you analyzed? Pull out your copy. Please, you give us our copy. Okay, pull out the one that you used. Can we look at it first? Okay, these are bad. Which one specifically did you consider blood partner report? You want to give us one report. Except if all the three are blood partner reports.
All the three refer to that reports. I base my conclusion on all the three.
So which one is blood partner report? You are
All the three.
I say I based my report here on all the three.
so which one are you referring in your report? Which one are you referring to as blood pattern report?
My lord is this one.
Then let's deal with that. Put back others. Okay, please. Let's deal with the specific report. I'm not going to be all over. In that blood personal report, can you take this court to where you got the information that the blood of the victim, who you now say is the accused, was all over the bedroom, and that the deceased was only, but that of the deceased was only on the bed. Is it anywhere in the blood spatter report?
No, it is not in the blood pattern.
So you will agree with me that your observations or conclusions in the second last place, in a part it relates to the blood spatter report, is incorrect. Do you agree with me?
I don't agree with you.
So your position is that even if this information is not in the blood spatter report, you are still correct in making this conclusion.
That's right.
Read to God the last bullet on page 13.
This observation
Which observation were you finding in that?
of the blood pattern, the blood spatter pattern,
Was it?
this observation irresistibly leads to the conclusion that the deceased battered the victim and then sat on the bed and shot himself.
Doctor, Doctor, you now have the blood pattern report, blood spatter report. May we pray for prostitution exit 6 as well. Do you have the DNA report with you? Do you? I wrote prostitution exit 6. Is it with you, doctor?
I am just reading this.
You must, since you reviewed it, it should be easier for you to recognize. I first want to establish if you have the report.
Well, that's what I'm carefully looking at.
Are you capable of recognizing the report which you say you reviewed?
I don't know.
My lord, I didn't tell him to read. I told him to recognize.
Yes, it's not like recognizing.
Most of life, my lord.
Pattern. Why are you in a hurry?
If the man reviewed the report, it should be easy. I didn't expect it to be hard paper. But it's okay, my lord. Read. given you all the time. Especially if you review it. Why not direct him with continue?
We have a translation.
I can't put it in.
Translation.
You have to find it secret.
Even your witness is good.
If I don't translation.
Your witness is good.
His witness has disappeared on CCTV.
Your witness is invisible.
akagarukamu ekihandiiko ekyakozerwe akumaisimaisiro omusaayi wabaire ekicweka ekyo bali kandi kitegeezeibwa ngu etalina bukugu mu ebyokuteteekateka mu by'okumaisika kw'omusaayi kandi mu byona atetegereze ekikaro omugenzi yabairemu n'afa kandi asobole kukyetegereza okuruga mu bintu byona ebyamuhaire ebyarudire gamba ebihandiiko rundi ebisisani ebyateirwe omubiri gw'omugenzi byona ebyo katusobola kumwoleka kandi tusobola kwoleka ekikaro eky'omugenzi yabaire arumu namba 28 oleka nti okuteteekateeka omusaayi kukoleka nti omusaayi gwa mole kwaba guli gwijwire ekisika kyona kandi omusaayi gw'omugenzi gukaba asuuka zonka baitu kandi kino kihandikire hanu kwona mukihandiko ekikwoleka omukikomesa omusaayi ebyakolewe kandi nti byona ebyafiiremu hanyuma y'okugarukamu ekihandiko ekyo bikoleka nti okusigira kugugwe byali byamazima nokwakubaire nti bikamu bwa kaiso obukuleka okukoleka ebyafiiremu kandi okutegereza kuno omuga kwa ekihandiko kino ekyokumasomesa kw'omusaayi nikyo yagumiireho rundi yasigikiireho okubiika hali ebyashwiremu nti omugenzi akateera muno mugole kandi hanyuma yaikara ha kitabu yayerasiisasi yafa kandi kino nomina muno akusigikira hali ekihandiko ekikoleka obuhangwa bw'omuntu kandi n'ekyo ekikoleka obukamesika obw'omusaayi mu kiruka ekyo
Dr. Michaela, can we proceed? By being there, I mean, have you identified the cause?
No, I can't identify it in the argument.
I am not referring to identification of content, my lord. I'm referring to identification of the actual cause. But I'm saying the good Dr. Combi pages.
No. Yes, it was among the documents, the DNA analysis report. That's what I read.
So you have not seen it yet.
I've not seen it yet.
You have useful tickets there. And the assistant, you find it. Do you need my assistance? No, by my assistance, I can even give you and compare so that it's the other paper. I request that you name the content. Doctor, I had earlier put it to you that this, before your report, was not prepared by you. It must have been prepared by the person who sent the evidence. Prepare it for you and you understand it.
That's not right. That's not right.
Can you take quote in any of the two reports where there is information that the deceased birth and tattoo? Is that information there?
No, that information is not there.
You made it up.
That's not right.
Where did you get it? You are an expert of fact. Where did you get this information?
That's right. And I'll tell you where I got that information. Reading from the witness statements that were made to me, the initial people who were in the house had commotion in the bedroom. That was yesterday. When the accused came out from the room, she had to be taken to hospital. When the accused was examined by a pathologist, she had wounds all over her. The pathologist's report said that she had defensive injuries. So, and then there was blood all over the room in the pictures. And the DNA report said almost all the blood in the pictures outside the bed were of the accused. It is this that forms the basis of my two sentences.
Are you done?
Yes, I am. My Lord.
So, doctor, this conclusion here that you made in the last bullet, so I can have your attention. Okay.
Yeah.
This conclusion here that you have made in the last bullet, is it born out of your verifiable scientific research, or it is an interpretation of reports of others? As a scientist, it does not relate to facts that you can prove. Does it?
Yes, it does.
Which of those facts did you prove?
The deceased was dead. And his blood, a lot of it, even in the pictures here, was on the bed. He could not have died anywhere else other than on or by the bed.
So you are in the room, you are having two people. One is dead, one is injured.
right?
Which of those facts point to who assaulted the other?
Oh. If somebody has defense injuries,
And one is dead. One is not just defense, but dead.
that's right.
Paul is dead.
That's right. And my conclusion is he shot himself.
Is that conclusion based on what you were told from others or from your personal scientific observation as an expert?
That's right, from my personal scientific observation as an expert.
Did you observe this case?
I saw the pictures and read the postmortem.
So from the pictures and the postmortem report, you were in position to ascertain that Henry Katanga shot himself.
That's right, my lord.
Do you have a single picture depicting the shooting? Do you or you do not?
I have all the pictures which I showed here.
Does any of them depict the action of shooting?
They don't. They don't depict the action.
So this court really wants to would love to be assisted from where you start. As a scientist, what forms the basis for your conclusion that Katanga shot himself from the pictures and the postmortem report?
Objection, my lord. The witness has answered that question of what is the basis of his knowledge, countless times.
Says from the pictures and postmortem report, I was able to ascertain that the Katanga shot himself. So what is the follow-up question?
How?
How to have pictures?
And the postmortem report. And I'm asking it for the first time. In any case, there is no harm repeating it.
My lord, there was a lacerated right here. This to me was the blast effect of a gun. My lord, it was demonstrated here in court that when somebody shoots himself, he holds the gun, the natural position of the hand would be a lower elbow, as was demonstrated here. And if a person squeezes this trigger at that range, the bullet would emerge on the higher side of the left ear. And my lord, this bullet had a mark on the ceiling. My invariable conclusion was that this was suicidal shooting.
Is that conclusion factual or analytical in nature?
It's both. The wound on the right side.
Conclusion as to suicide, not to the existence of the wound.
It's a professional opinion, my lord.
Is that professional opinion factual or analytical?
It is both.
Go back to your last bullet. Again. The deceased battered the victim and then sat on the bed. Did you write that?
That's right, my lord.
Where is the information as to the sitting of the deceased? You wrote that.
Yes, I did.
Please tell this court where you got it from. How did you know that the deceased sat on the bed before shooting himself?
My lord, he could have sat on the bed, he could have stood on the bed.
So you are not sure whether he sat or stood or
That's
sat
right.
or-
That's right.
So your conclusions as to the sitting posture of the deceased is speculative.
It's an opinion.
It is a speculative
It's
opinion.
an opinion, my lord.
Doctor, is it a fact opinion or speculative opinion?
What's the fact opinion?
It's an opinion.
My lord, is it a fact opinion or speculative
My Lord, I'm
opinion?
sorry to interrupt, but it's a question of the fact.
I get it. It is an opinion. So I am now asking, is it a fact opinion or speculative opinion?
But my lord, there's no such a thing
As a fact opinion.
Opinion is opinion.
My lord,
We are amending grammar.
we are dealing with an expert. They form opinions based on fact. They also form opinions based on deductions. So I don't understand when that depends on text.
Your conclusion on the sitting function
Was it
based on
It is opinion.
was it based on established fact
Yeah.
or speculative?
It was based on the fact that the blood of the deceased was exclusively on the bed.
Doctor, the deceased died was shot, sleep, and the blood equally explosive on the bed.
That's right, my lord.
If what? Sorry?
So just confirm that from the documents that you all through cover to cover, the 245, nothing talked about the sitting posture of the deceased.
That's right, my lord.
I now take you to your materials. That you made reference to the last Friday. That is my lord, text on night and the text from symptoms. It was your evidence in relation to what you were referring to as the entry wound on the right. You told this court that at the entry wound, temporary cavity, there is temporary cavity formation. When a blade enters, the brain matter exits backward. Did we get you right?
Yes, you got me right, my lord.
again with Knights chapter 8. Fortunately, Dr. We now have what has been available. And we can assure you, what has been available to us, we never depart from it, and we are even what we need. We are only concentrating on what you say. Where is this mentioned in Knights chapter 8? Let's begin from that. Will you find that anywhere mentioned?
Why not?
Knights chapter 8.
What are we doing?
kandi okuruga mu kusoma hari empandiika ebyakuzerwe abantu abandi ababayiyeho omuntu omwo bakaba niboolekya nti hakabaho okusikangana omukisiika kandi ekintu ekindi nti omunyegerwa mole akatalumbirwaro kandi aine ebihuta bingi ebyalekeye mu kipandiika ekyakozerwe nti bikaba bihuta byokwerinda hali okulwanisibwa okwabairemu ekipandiiko kyakozerwe hali okumesamesa kw'omusaayi nakyo kikoleka nti omusaayi gwamale gukaba gwijwire ekisiika kyona kandi ogwo omugenzi guli amasimuka wonka kino nikimanyisa nti byona ebyagamba biri mazima ate ekirowoozo kikwoleka ebyabalinagamba mutandiiko kikiri nti omugenzi mazima kufu akaba afiire ebisale ebindi byona ebifite obwingi bikwolekya nti akaba akitabu kandi kisoboka kuba nti akaba afiiriye hantali kwona ekimanyisa nti amazima gali nti we wenyini akeerasa ekisigikira hali obubiritu byona ebyedena ebyahaire okugarukamu kugamba nti ebisani kuhandiika ebindi bikoleka nti mazimaku mugenzi ateekera eisasi kandi kino tikikole biri kandi nti akaikara hakitaburunda akaba yemereire kiri kiteekerezo ekyatubire okulugirira omubiri byona ebyamulekeibwe kugwezaho ebihandiiko kandi nekindi ekihandiiko ekyakozerwe ekyabaire nikibaza hari okumesomesa k'omusaayi kikole kandi akaba aina kuba yabaire aikaliire hakitabu baitu kandi niwakwere arasibwe abyakira kitabu nabo omusaayi ukaba nikuja kuba nikiba hakitabu bibunka ebintu byona byayetegeriize byagarukemu kwetegereza nebyasomere kusamu mahule gakoleka nti gakoleka ekiikaro omugenzi hari yabaire kandi kusikira hari ebitabu ebyatugambireho ebyasigikire okukora ekihandiiko ekye ebyokwoleka hari esasi kitahire nahari kitukire kikoleka hariho ekikoleka nti ebyatugambire nti esasi buli taha ikoraho.
First of all, confirm that this is the text of Knight's forensic pathology that you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, my lord.
My lord, this is the material available to us by the defense, and we have provided this exact material. So let's go to chapter 8. Is this chapter 8 that deals with gunshot and explosive threats?
That's right, my lord.
You have this statement of fact that when a bullet enters, forms temporary cavity, and the brain matter exits backwards.
My lord,
does it exist in chapter 8?
the mechanism that exists.
Mr. Onzeboa, does it exist in chapter 8 is the question, sir.
Not in the words you
put. I am using the words that you stated in this book.
Even if not in the words,
yes.
But in the gem, is there something described in that?
Yes,
in chapter 8.
Yes, my lord. I would ask him to go to page 246, 246. My lord, I'll read.
I'm there.
Yes.
What is it dealing with, first of all? Where are you reading? You don't just read
the bullet injuries.
On under subject of bullet injuries.
It's the previous subject. Mechanism of missile injury.
Missile injury.
Yes.
We are dealing with a handgun or a pistol. So let me qualify.
My lad friend thinks this is an injury from your missile in Iran.
Please read your things again. It is actually there on that page. It is there for
No, but what other missile is there?
I know. It is there.
No.
My lord, I am capable of distinguishing between a bullet by a rifle, shotgun, handgun, missile. Are they one and the same in this book?
Yes.
The court shall read. Yes. Now take us where?
Yes.
So there is a bullet by missile.
Yes. A bullet is a missile. I think let us agree.
You know nothing about ballistics. Is it not your position in this court? You now know. You now know things to do with the bullets.
Let's read the medical text. This is a medical text. Let's read it.
My lord, I think witness should be
No witness. My lord, we cannot have a witness who confessed ignorance on ballistics lecturing us about.
You don't shout down a witness.
What is a missile?
It is there, my lord.
According to what is a
Let's
missile?
read.
An object that moves in air.
Is a missile,
That's right.
including a stone thrown.
That's right.
You indeed know nothing about ballistics.
My lord, this is medicine, though.
Imagine.
My lord, this is medicine, and I think it's
Mr.
very clear.
Katanga,
No,
can I cross-examine this?
No.
Can I
Yes.
cross-examine my lord?
yes, but my lord, I think my learned friend should be fair to the witness. He has asked the witness to take him to a page. The witness has gone to a page on mechanics of missile injury.
Don't assume
My
that I
learned
don't
friend,
understand.
my learned friend has said, if I can be allowed without being heckled.
Please,
My lord,
please.
as an objection, I need to be protected.
There's no objection.
I am objecting. It's not your objection.
What?
What you're doing.
You are. We will finish this month next year.
My lord, I am entitled to objection, Mr. Morgan.
What are you objecting?
It is me to say. You sit and I make my objection. I'm entitled. So, my lord, I think the objection is that the witness should not be handled rudely. What my learned friend is doing is by saying that shotgun, missile, I think the witness should be asked questions or should be asked to answer them. Without being heckled, without being told about ballistics. Knights is not a ballistics book, a medical text.
What is
So what
I don't think I can add.
what is the difference
A missile.
missile and
My lord, a missile is described as an airborne weapon. I was adding what Mr. Katanga.
Mr.
He shall not provide evidence.
No, my lord, I was just adding to what
You are not a witness here to provide evidence.
Mr.
what a missile is described as.
You are not a witness. You are not, my lord, he is not a witness to tell us what a missile is.
I hope you remember that.
Mr. Cuevas. The contention is on what a missile is
Be
and
humble
what
and
a
learn.
bullet is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the quotation, my lord.
What is a missile and what is
So be humble.
Projectile.
That is not even a contention.
that is not a contention.
What is the quotation?
My lord, the contention is the witness should be allowed to answer questions that are put to him by prosecution. Now, the section he is taking us to is with reference to missiles. And earlier on, he had communicated to this court that he knows nothing about ballistics and about the use of guns and bullets. So let him now tell us if he is knowledgeable about that subject, then we go into that missile.
We are supposed to be talking about a bullet. So if we see a missile, I think it is important that even court should be able to understand. Now, court is wondering, I don't know the difference between the missile and the bullet. How do we clear this gray area in the mind of the court? Because at the end of the day, court will sit down.
And that is why, my lord,
Court
we
must
request,
understand.
yes, and that is why we are requesting that they should allow us the witness to understand. Not Mr. Kuelo standing up with Google and reading it from home. Because he's not an expert, neither is he a witness in this area.
It is actually there in that text. Allow the witness to take us to the text that we asked him, my lord. That's our prayer.
So let us find out what. Let us. You've asked him to take you to the pathway bullet enters and gives a gap.
Yes.
My lord,
And instead, the witness has taken us to that part of the list.
and according to him,
Yes.
bullets and missiles are one and the same.
Yes.
So let's
Yes.
Is that?
Yes, that's right, my lord.
so let's proceed.
A bullet is one type of missile. And the text here reads, above the sound.
Which paragraph are you?
For
From
six.
here, I came to project your.
Page 246.
246.
That's where he's
Wow.
reading.
Which page
This
are you?
is page 246.
page 246. Under what subheading?
There's no subheading there.
Everything here has a subheading.
The mechanics of design engineering.
Go ahead. Which paragraph?
The third paragraph.
1, 2, 3. Beginning the mode of engineering, right?
No. The one below it. Above the speed of sound. Above the speed of sound in air, a missile passing through tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the lacerated track.
What do you understand by that?
Continuing.
Please, I was asking. This is my lord, this is their witness.
Yes, that is being
Yes.
Let
They will re-examine. I can even highlight it for avoidance of doubt. Your text is saying that a missile passing through the tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the lacerated track.
Laceration
What
track.
do you understand by that? Is it backward or forward?
Let you finish the whole thing when you
Yeah,
see.
I think it is better we read the whole chapter.
Doctor, I shall cross-examine you on your material. My lord, I just pray for your indulgence.
Doctor,
Yeah.
follow the
Yes.
view of the person examining you.
It says
Although my
a shock
lord.
ahead
It says,
of the laceration.
What does that speak to you?
Yes.
Is it backward or forward?
It sends it forwards.
Forward says forward.
Forwards, yes.
Okay? Go ahead.
Yeah. Though this wave lasts only for a brief period,
Where are we?
listen,
There.
though this wave lasts,
Where are you reading?
This way.
No, I know you are there.
yes. Though this wave lasts only a brief period, it raises the tissue pressure to extreme values, up to thousands of kilopascals. In tissues like the brain, liver, and the muscle, this can cause severe disruption within a wide zone around the bullet track and can be propagated down hollow fluid containing vessels to cause distant vascular damage. That's what the temporary cavity I was talking about is explained here.
So you can sit on the
Please read it again for folks.
Above the speed of sound in air, a missile passing through tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the laceration track. This wave being propagated at about the speed of sound in water. The figures are 1,500 meters per second or 4,800 feet per second. Though this wave lasts only for a brief period, that's what it is contemporary. It raises tissue pressure to extreme values, up to thousands of kilopascals. In tissues like brain, liver, and the muscle, this can cause severe disruption within a wide zone around the blood tract and can be propagated down hollow fluid-containing vessels to cause distant vascular damage.
So,
Even the next paragraph.
Cause distant vascular damage.
Even the next paragraph.
Okay, why not? If the fluid tract let's say it's in the abdomen here, it can cause this wave can cause damage to the heart, even when the fluid has not passed through the heart. That's what in essence.
okay, now, you already said from the text that you cite, when a bullet passes through,
Yes, yes, right.
that they are one and the same. So, when a bullet passes through the tissue, it sends a shock wave of pressure ahead of the lacerated tract. I'm now asking you, you told this court that you have literature to say that when a bullet enters, it sends the brain matter not at the point of exit ahead, but backward at the point of exit.
You never said that, my lord.
My lord can just be interpreted. But that is what.
There's a temporary cavity. Yes. And then through that cavity, the
Brain matter
Flows
exits.
backward.
At the point of exit.
That sentence, the next one.
Yeah, but you see, Mr. Karwanga, unless you provided these materials to the doctor, allow this doctor to answer. Please, just allow them.
Yeah, that's the wrong one.
No, you didn't give me a wrong one. You deliberately hid this one from us, but we got it.
let's proceed to the question.
Withdraw claim.
Doctor, we are on here. This one, it speaks to brain matter, for example, being sent at the exit. Do you have anywhere in this material, this chapter 8, where brain matter is sent backwards at the point of entry?
Am I not? When we go down the chapter,
Okay, but first, as we go, yes, my lord. I have already, my lord, indicated that whatever they gave us, we have made sure that court has it through the class. So that's why we are being very, very particular. Now, before you take us to the next one, I can assure you, we shall obey you all the time. Do you agree with us that this paragraph you just read, it speaks to brain matter being sent at the point of exit as opposed to the point of entry? In simple terms.
no, my lord, it speaks more than that.
Is it what it speaks? Does it
Yes,
speak?
that's what I'm trying to say, my lord.
Does
If
it
you go down,
speak?
if you go down, it explains.
I am now here, my lord. I am now here.
Yeah.
Now, this discomfort, my lord, everybody should relax and allow us to.
Only one who is going to relax.
Yes. I am very relaxed. We can easily come back tomorrow.
This part, what does it mean?
I'm saying that in terms, my lord, of brain matter, does it go at exit or at entry? Is it forward or backward?
So what does causing severe destruction within a wide range around the bullet track and can be propagated down hollow fluid containing vessels to cause distant vascular
my road is here, the beginning here. The caption is in the three first sentences. The speed in the air of the missile passing through the tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the laceration track.
But he explained that if someone is shot through the air, the effect can be felt through the hands.
No, that is different, my lord. That's not what he explains. That is different.
But he mentioned it here.
He mentioned it, my lord, in respect of the sentences below, not where I am examining, my lord. My lord, I'm on something very different. And my lord, you can see that when unnecessary disruptions come in, when we are dealing with issue of science, even court may not follow.
I must agree with that.
Yes, that is why, my lord, they should be quiet, they should be silent, and we allow the doctor to answer as opposed to counsel proposing answers.
Let's do that above the speed of
my lord, can I repeat my question?
I'll change it.
May I repeat my question?
I'll change it.
Doctor, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
This sentence that I've highlighted, this paragraph, is what you read. And you're saying that the speed of a missile passing through the tissue sends a shock wave of compression ahead of the laceration track. Does this speak to entry or exit?
That speaks to the passage of the
In simple terms, the forward movement speaks to the exit as opposed.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Again, for clarity of record, by this, the tissues that are sent out by the compression, by the shock wave of compression, by it, is visible at exit as opposed to entry. By this.
Pardon? I didn't get the question.
Yes or no?
I'm not sorry, I didn't get the question. What is visible at entry?
He is sticking to one mechanism.
My lord, I am okay with other mechanisms. For now, I am on this, doctor. For now, be that as it may, and comfortable as it may, let's concentrate on this, then we go to another. Okay? Is that what it means?
What?
That the tissue will be moved forward.
Is that what it means?
That's right.
So is that the shock wave of compression?
Yes, that's the shock wave of compression.
That is my Lord's position. So, Doctor, do you have any other position that contrary in this chapter?
Yes, my Lord.
Let's go there.
The next chapter, the next, not chapter, but the next paragraph.
Beginning,
High velocity projectile.
at that point, Doctor, do you know what this book they mean by high velocity projectiles? And in respect of which gas? You know you don't.
I know that firearms generalize.
My Lord, my question is specific. Again, Doctor, be kind and the profession of this book.
It is answered.
Yes.
High velocity projectiles, do you know, in the context of this material,
Yes.
do you know what they are?
I do.
In respect of which gas is high velocity projectile?
AK-47 is a high velocity.
So you agree with me that a handgun is not classified among the high velocity projectiles?
You know,
Do you agree or you don't?
that is why.
Do you agree or you don't? My Lord, I thought that I'm very clear. Clear.
Yes.
So, is any bullet a high velocity projectile?
Yeah, no.
So do you agree with me? Like,
So, if I had a pistol, the bullet would not be a high velocity projectile.
I don't know what kind of pistol that is. That's why I told this court I am not a firearms expert.
So, high velocity projectile refers, you given an example.
Yes,
AK-47.
that's right.
Right.
Yes.
A handgun of any nature.
AK-47, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So, handguns of any nature, whether it's a stabber, whether what, a pistol in ordinary language, a high velocity project.
My Lord, I do not know to answer that question because I don't know. I'm not a ballistic expert.
So, you do not know if bullet
From pistols,
handgun
a high velocity, can produce high velocity project.
Right.
You don't.
No.
So, in other words, you are not capable of interpreting this material in the context of the work that you did.
That's not right, my
Yes,
Lord.
my Lord. Did this transpire you, Doctor, that you were that Katanga Henry died with a pistol? A pistol from a pistol.
No, that's right. No. Yes.
does a high velocity projectile and I don't know whether it exists low velocity projectile, they produce the same effects.
No, they don't.
So wherever we see high velocity projectile here, it is talking about what comes out of one AK-47
Right.
and not a pistol.
My point is, I don't know if some pistols are high velocity. They produce high velocity or not. I do not know that. And in the same way, I do not know if the pistol that killed the late Katanga was high velocity or low velocity. I do not know.
Yes, we tried to say we know nothing about rifles. I don't know why this code is a new code.
That's right. Yes.
These are facts that are vicious. So, in other words, do you have anything here in this material which speaks effect of a pistol, fired pistol, to the head at the point of entry. Now being in this text, in this chapter 8. Yes. You understand my question?
Yes, I'm just looking for, I am looking for relevant section.
So that thing you mentioned about habitation is a feature for high velocity projects.
That's what the text says.
If I see here high velocity in my high velocity projectiles produce yet another phenomenon. That's of habitation. The inside accelerates the molecules that reactions are the. So that habitation seems to be in this text a feature of high velocity. Are you able to shed light on whether it happens for both high or low?
Yeah, my what this introduction tells us is the mechanisms by which means and injuries are caused. So means and injuries can be the high velocity, the low velocity. They are just the mechanisms how they affect the people. Yeah.
So
It is a very important aspect, my lord, and that's why I was begging from the beginning that if we can follow, we can follow interruption so that both are in position are safe. It will be a good thing, my lord. In this case, the doctor, a good doctor here says that while doing this work, he knew that the bullet which killed Katanga was behind this. Isn't that?
That's correct.
And you did not bother to find out whether this law is of a high velocity or low velocity, but you nonetheless proceeded to make conclusions
That's right.
without establishing the difference of data, high or low velocity.
My lord, I think my scientific basis was very clear. Whether low velocity or high velocity, they produce heat. Low velocity, high velocity, they cause memory effect. Low velocity, high velocity, they tears with the skin.
Then
the cavitation.
Yes. Now, then,
Explain to me the cavitation.
That's right.
Understood what.
Those are the mechanisms of general brain injuries.
so take us in this text where it says whether high or low velocity projectiles. This is what you call cavitation. Will be observed in the manner that you say. The moment you do that, we move.
Can we move to let's say
not there, just tell us.
No, it's there. I want to.
Which page?
The same page there.
Show us.
Yeah. The next chapter.
We are in chapter 8.
Yeah. The next paragraph, which starts with high velocity projectiles. High velocity projectiles
I'm now asking you.
produce yet another phenomenon. That's what I'm bringing.
You just said that your work is regardless whether it's high or low.
Yeah. So
this one is specific on high. You just said high pistols, you don't know whether they produce high or low.
the mechanisms, my lord, the mechanisms may diminish with the speed.
Where is that? Where is that statement? Because I know we are battling with statements of fact being made by the witness as an expert. And he says that the scientific basis for his deductions, his conclusions, was derived from two texts. This one and another one. And we are here because we want him to tell court where that material is without having extraneous explanations. Because my Lord, if a witness says,
I'm sorry to object.
the legal basis for my
I'm sorry to object, but what my last friend is doing is making a submission.
No, I'm not.
He's not actually submitting.
Mr. Mahmoud,
You are.
let the witness explain so that we understand.
Yes, but my Lord, I'm also interested in the court understanding why we are laboring in this direction.
But my Lord, you shouldn't be making submissions.
I know what submissions are, Mr. Katanga.
Mr. Mahmoud,
Have no doubt, my Lord, I have gone to school. I can differentiate between.
What's that?
Mr. Mahmoud, let us proceed with the witness was reading. Mr. Doctor,
Yes.
you are reading that part of the idea.
My lord, I want to read just a small part so that we can understand. The same part, a little bit lower. That when the bullet stops or leaves the organ, the
My Lord,
rapidly
this is dealing with bullets of high prostate. My Lord, am I allowed to cross-examine this witness? So, can the witness, my Lord, with due respect, answer the line of cross-examination?
The witness has stated that whether the bullet that caused the death was high velocity
Or not?
it is not.
I don't know.
Now, no.
Is that what you say?
And then he says what he knows, and I want him to withdraw it if it's incorrect. He says what he knows is there will be the same leveling effect, whether it is of high or low velocity.
All gunshots was
That's right.
Where is that?
reveling and damage to tissue.
My Lord, where is that in this text?
Oh my Lord, that's not a different
Let
question.
the witness.
My Lord, the reason why I'm objecting, I know it irritates my colleague and he'll forgive me. My Lord, we are moving in a way where we are going everywhere and nowhere. My Lord, we were first of all at habitation. The witness was being asked where in the passage you can find what you are saying. The witness goes to the passage and my land friend respectfully starts making submissions. What, my Lord, I want is the witness to be protected, to give his answer, and my colleague to ask questions other than making arguments. My Lord, now he's moving to another area, the area of beveling effect. And it seems his argument seems to be that beveling is only for particular types of bullets. We need to follow, we need to finish cavitation, we need to go to beveling. Because what Mr. Morgan is doing, my Lord, is asking a question, stopping the answer, making a submission.
Mr. Kalman, the issue of all of beveling came in when the witness was asked the question about whether high velocity and low velocity relation was the same. And then he said all gunshots cause beveling and damage to tissue. Now we are going to habitation. Before we go to this point, the doctor had is not sure whether the bullet, he doesn't know whether the bullet that killed Mr. Katanga was a low projectile, high velocity projectile, or low.
But he knows that it was from a handgun.
Yes, but he says that he does not know if
That particular pistol is high velocity.
I knew that you know that killed Katanga. I did not find out if the pistol that killed Katanga was high or low velocity. Now, doctor, you're taking us to high velocity and the convention of gravitation.
Yes.
Now, the question that I want to ask is high velocity projectile the only one that causes cavitation or even low velocity projectile?
To me, even the low velocity causes cavitation. Just that the cavitation caused by high velocity is more prominent.
And that, my lord, is what it says there. Let him read. That's what he was trying to read when he was interrupted.
Where is it that
Let him read. The part he was reading. Allow him to read.
not if my colleagues are tired, you can always adhere.
No.
I cannot concentrate with this kind of record.
Even if you
And I
want.
thought we had thought over it.
So, doctor, to believe that both high velocity and low velocity projectiles cause cavitation, only that the level of cavitation will vary.
That's
And we're going to lead us to the part of the text that says.
Which says so.
Yeah. Now,
Where is it in the text?
my lord, reading the same text.
I know, does it exist or
Let
does it
him read.
exist in the text?
Yes.
Okay.
Read. Where is it?
Let him read. Stop badgering.
Yeah, my lord.
My lord, witnesses shouldn't be badgering.
Can we allow the witness to read?
Yes.
Let us not be subject. Let us all,
Keep your peace.
let us all allow the witness to proceed in an orderly manner. Doctor, lead us to that portion which says that
When the
on
plate
the level
stops,
of
yes.
cavitation
When the plate stops or leaves,
My lord, where is it?
the cavity subsides. The cavity subsides, but the track of damage persists in a tubular zone much wider than the actual missile. In high velocity bullets from military weapons, for example, the ones which travel 980 meters per second, this cavitation effect is the most damaging mechanism. In addition to the physical damage, the near vacuum sucks infected that and the clothing fibers into the depths of the wound.
Clear.
Such organs as the brain and liver are affected more than spongy mattresses like lung.
So I'm still waiting for your text on whether high or low. Please.
But my lord, it's clear. It is that it is wider in a high velocity bullet.
It's not that it doesn't exist in the law. It's just wide.
when the bullet stops or leaves the organ, the cavity rapidly subsides,
Yes.
but the track of damage persists in a tubular zone much wider than the actual missile. It doesn't say.
I am looking
No, my lord, the
for-
next sentence.
I am looking
In high velocity bullets from military weapons, for example,
This
this
cavitation.
cavitation is the most damaging mechanism.
Yes.
What is the comparison?
My lord,
In
it is.
addition to the physical damage, the near vacuum sucks infected dirt and clothing fibers into the depths of the wound.
Yes.
Solid organs such as brain and liver are affected more than spongy matrices like
Lung.
lung.
Yes, my lord.
Those issues certainly please go. Oh, it's sorry. Those tissues that contain most water are most severely damaged by penetrating missiles, and high velocity damage is proportional to the specific gravity of the tissue.
My Lord, now I want to be as clear as possible and in the simple, ordinary English. Is there anything that speaks to your statement of fact that brain matter can be propelled backwards at the point of entry as opposed to the point of exit? What is the question?
Oh, I didn't get that question.
Doctor, is there anything in this chapter that's I'm not finished, then you are answering.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, this
Is there anything in this chapter which supports your statement of fact in your report? Now, actually, not even in your report, but in your evidence during cross-examination, because you mentioned it for the first time. It was not even that. The effect that when a bullet enters the head, brain matter is propelled outwards at the point of entry, as opposed to the point of exit.
He didn't say that. He never said that. He explained that when it moves,
Did you
it
say
comes back
so or
to
you did not? But I know we can make it simple. Did you say so? Did you imply so or you did not?
About the protruding pinkish material.
Yes, yes, my
And
lord.
we
The
were
doctor explained that when the bullet goes through the tissue,
That's correct.
the brain, it leaves a cavity. And then the pressure makes parts of the brain protrude
Come back
outwards,
to close.
come back and protrude through that protrude.
Not that the pressure pushes at the entry, not at the exit.
He said that it pushes upward.
It actually says the cavity collapses. That's the word he used, and I can check out. Is it collapses backwards?
Is there anything in this chapter? If you don't, we have many chapters to copy.
Yeah. My lord, the book does not.
Is it there or it is not?
If you're afraid, my lord.
So, doctor,
Yes.
what you explained here about the brain tissue having come and protruded through that cavity, that's it. Is it stated in this book? Is it implied?
It is implied, my lord.
But not specifically stated.
No, not specifically stated. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's first record that. A cross-examination.
And presentation to
That entry.
the
What is
PowerPoint.
yes.
Picture of the PowerPoint.
Can we know what's being recorded?
So it is implied in the text.
That's right.
And not specifically stated.
Precisely.
What implies it in this text?
My Lord, temporary transformation, the collapse of that country.
Not about it, understood? No, my Lord, when I said what implies it in this text, my expectation of the bare minimum is that the witness is referring us to that part of the text. Not again from his head. My Lord, we are here because doctor is making things from his head.
And that's the submissions is what I'm objecting to.
Doctor, you are implying yes, that the text relating to temporary cavity formation and the collapse of the cavity is in chapter 8.
Yes.
Where in chapter 8?
After that part of high velocity.
Yes, that, in fact, that whole chapter talks about the mechanism of injury.
Okay. Lord, I will come back to this particular time. But I want you to tell the court if you are familiar with the text called Forensic Medicine, Medical Law, and Ethics in East Africa.
By?
Are you familiar?
By who?
Please.
Yes.
Medical Law and Ethics in East Africa.
My Lord.
Are you familiar with it?
Yes, I am.
Is it an authority?
I don't know who wrote the book from our side. We don't have a copy of that book. We need to
My
follow.
Lord, we are coming. I am always disturbed by the impatience of my colleagues.
You don't have to follow.
You can follow through writing.
No, I need to follow. What book is it? Mr. Morgan, you need to understand that we're participating in this trial. It's a fair trial. Fairness will be difficult to
My
hear.
Lord, I am coming. I'm coming. Are you familiar with it, my Lord?
Yes, my Lord, I am.
I want you to look at the.
No, man, we need to first look at it before it goes to the witness. Nothing goes to the witness, not going to us. No, we need to compare. Bring. Yes, bring. Bring.
These are 2 pages. This one.
Can we proceed, my Lord? I have provided.
Have you satisfied yourselves?
We are seeing it here. But,
You need to have no need.
yeah.
The doctor is the next one. Doctor, please look at the book. Doctor, would you regard that book as an authority on aspects of forensic medicine?
My Lord, yes, it is. This book was written by forensic pathologists who shared experience. So yes, it is a book that can be found.
page 231. And I request that you answer what the pages apply that I have marked the pages. What does page 331 do? 231.
And 231 deals with firearm injuries.
Go to page 233. Where they see the table relating entry and exit gunshot wounds. You see,
That's right, my lord.
it describes typical entry wounds and typical exit wounds.
That's right.
What does it say in the first description of typical entry wounds? Read it before.
Typical entry wound, round oval wound with neat edges.
Repeat it.
Round oval wound with neat edges.
Round oval wound with neat edges. How about typical exit wounds?
Irregular shape with torn edges.
Irregular shape with torn edges. Irregular, doctor, repeat.
Irregular shape with torn edges.
The power. On picture, I think it was A and B. So that is B, but let's begin with A. Now, between A and B, body, which one manifests a round to oval shape with neat edges?
None of them, my lord.
But you see, doctor, whatever answer you give this point is good enough, and we can't really respond. So between A and B, doctor, which one manifests an irregular shape? Please go to B. Irregular shape with torn edges. Torn edges. We are looking at it.
My lord, to look at that wound and say it has torn edges is a misnomer.
Doctor, the question is which one manifests? You can still say none.
Yeah, I would say none.
The other characteristics, my lord, of inverted and everted, you already discussed it. I don't want to.
Which ones?
But I want you to look at the photographic representation of how the exit wound is supposed to manifest itself on page 231. Right there. Page 231. I wrote it for that. You see that from I wrote the scientific representation of entry and exit. What do you understand with that? Okay, maybe I can ask it. From that, there are dramatic expressions. The exit wound is supposed to have manifest a blast effect from that diagrammatic. Right?
Yeah, from this diagram, that is what it implies. Yes.
So, again, when you look at photo A and photo B, which one? Represents a possible blast effect on the body.
Photo B represents the blast effect.
And for emphasis, this material blast effect is associated with exit as opposed to entry. Correct?
No, that's not
This one.
that's not my own.
In that material before you, which side is the blast effect? The side of the pistol or the opposite side of the pistol? Before we had it.
Yes. Yes. The blast effect in this diagram is
where the pistol is or where the opposite direction?
It is where the opposite direction is. Yeah? But
Yes, why don't you finish his answer? Why don't you know the answer? I don't know whether it's big guy. You're here to know the truth. If the witness is giving an answer, you shouldn't gag him from answering.
My Lord, Mr. Katanga will pose that explanation in real time. I am done my part.
The witness has said it, but
in the photo, in this picture, where is the glass? And he said the glass effect is where.
And that's it. I don't need it.
And then my Lord, he said but. Then my Lord, he said but.
My Lord, I don't need additional stories.
No, but that's my Lord.
Explain on that part.
yeah.
Shouldn't be gagged when he's answering. So he will explain.
What is contained here as authentic? My Lord, you can that be that the doctor is a contributing author to the material that we have just.
And you stopped him from explaining the material.
So now we have to answer which
Mr.
question was
Katanga, then you would know that and you know what my instructions. You don't.
Your instruction is
supposed to know what I'm supposed to do.
well, if you have to find the truth, not to follow rigid instructions, not the general controversial. You can't do an order from above.
Thank you, Dr. Gua, for volunteering that information.
I withdraw. For fear of being taken there.
hari ibyandiko bigena tuwalika n'agamba bino tuwaleka nti hariho akasusu akaba kateirweho kakiboya hari ekizitahiye kandi ebintu kandi tekatekuba kugenda heru gamba nk'obwongo nimutuluka nibuhondera hari ekisirundi ensasi irabire kandi koleka nti ekitangabe ky'okumigirizibwa kirekaho akahanda nikyoleka hali omubiri gutagwirwe ekikumanyisa nti omutekateka bali kulubata kugenda mumaiso okusikira hali hali ekisabu ekitwikaire ekisoma kandi wetakumanya nti emundu eyayisire omunyoro Henry olundi ekaba eri yamaanyi muno lundi yamaanyi matiitu baitu bino ebitabo bikoleka ekoya hali ekitambira na hali eturukira kandi kusikikira omukugu gwe byona kamukwakwere nti ekisirundi kyokulwanisa kiri yamaanyi mayingiro limanyi matiito byona birekaho okumugirizibwa okubairaho kandi okuyeho nti kyokimanyi kyafana okusikikira halimu amaanyi ag'ekiisi baitu mukitabu muno haliho wakazi okukoleka nti ebintu obwongo lutakatweka okuba nibutuluka buba nibugenda omurubaju olundi baitu kiri okutekerezebwa lundi okuteberezebwa kandi aina okumanyirwa okw'ebiragiro ebimulekeibwe mu kitabo eky'omutano kandi akitwala ng'ekitabu eky'amateeka hali emirimu yaabo ebakora nkabo badasala okufa kandi bakakura 231 okubaza hali ebikuta ebyokurasibwa kikoleka nti haliho akameeza kateiremu akakoleka ebintu ebikwata hali ebihoya hali ekitahire na hali ekirukiire kandi nekoleka nti hali ekitahire haba hasisirize kurungi kandi hali kirukiire haba haliho okutahura omubiri kandi atusane byateire omugenzi kino ekyokutabura kw'omubiri kikolekebwa hali ekisani ekimu ekitolekebwaho kandi nako kusikikira hali abakalimagezi abasayansi bakoleka nti ekyoya hali ekisasi ekirukiire liba nibyoleka nti habaireho okwatika okw'amaanyi muno kandi kibitolekeibwe omusani bibaire biteirwe habitiibwe
My Lord, we are back in lights. Look, I'm taking you back now. I began with the material where the contributor letting you back to your material that you owned or you say you used. On page 262. Now, on this page 262, you're familiar with this since you used it. This is specific, my lord, to injuries of an automatic pistol. Injuries of
Where is that?
an automatic pistol. From figure, you can see from figure 8.39. You continue to sit down. And a following figure. So, doctor, this is a diagrammatic representation of what a classical entry and exit wound should be. Correct?
Correct, madam.
I got page 262. Now, let's begin with the entry. On the left is a representation of entry wound. Right?
That's right, madam.
We have already gone through the entry wound. And you already confirmed this court that it is characterized by inverted skin.
That's right.
In simple terms.
Yes.
So, and here you are seeing by inverted skin, the bullet moves with the skin inwards. Even after exit, ordinarily the skin should continue pointing inwards, isn't it?
That's right.
You already told
Yes.
We already took what to fix that.
Right.
Now, our point of emphasis is on exit. Okay? You already said it has everted edges.
That's right, madam.
Now, among other characteristics is the fact that exit wounds are typically starlet in nature.
Where is that?
Star-shaped.
Where is that?
I'm putting it to you. That the fact that has been scientifically proven that exit wounds would, in addition to being everted, they are also star-shaped or starlet in nature.
That's right.
No, madam, I didn't get that. What wounds are star-shaped?
My lord, exit wounds are
Exit
starlet.
wounds.
Yes, exit wounds are starlet or star-shaped in nature.
That's right, madam.
And when you progress down the text, my lord, on page 269. My lord. Figure 8.53, my lord.
8.51 is the one in our case.
It describes
But the wound and the head is 8.5. No, I'm saying the one in our case, the exact one in our case is
8.5.
It is, my lord, that's the exact part of the body.
Doctor, can you read what according to the textbook, what an exit wound?
Exit wound of the bullet is responsible for the wound seen in figure 8.64, showing the classical emphatic split edge with no soiling of the surrounding skin.
There are two things here, my lord. Doctor, you are correct. Confirm the wound being started. You have also confirmed star shaped or started. Now we are on another characteristic, split edges. Do you agree that exit wounds are also characterized by split edges?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's right.
And I got again, if I may follow this quote, this is an image, an illustration of a classic example of an exit wound.
I think I'm not to object my colleague testifying.
No, I'm not saying I'm about to ask a question.
Yes, but no, but you're making a statement of fact.
Yeah, but see, I'm dealing with the law. I'm dealing with the text, my lord. This is a statement of fact. I'm not getting it. You are. The law, my lord, as I know it, you are either dealing with a constitution or a statute or a case law or a textbook. I'm not the one. Yes, my lord.
Where is that?
It is highlighted here, my lord.
Oh, yeah. Do that figure 8.46. That's all, my lord.
What is figure 8.5? Is it that one?
What is saying 8.46?
8.6.
8.5.3.
My lord, these are figures, if I may highlight, describing classical exit rules. That's the heading.
No,
Scroll down.
Okay? That's all.
So 8.5.3, which is directly under that. See the figure.
Yes. It is the same figure, my lord. We can go there. We can go there.
Showing the classical inverted split edges with no soiling of the surrounding. So let's go to
8.6. Now, my lord, you can see that 8.46 is dealing with entrance. So they are showing us that exit is 5.53. So this is the entry, and its exit is here. So, all the three characteristics you have just confirmed what can be visible in this photo. They are not just a button, they are split, and they are also starched. Right?
That's right.
Let's go, my lord, to the wounds there.
Yes.
Which one would you regard as having split edges? Between A and B.
My lord,
I expect you to mention either A or B or none.
I would say that, my lord.
Use the microphone.
Yeah, my lord, I would say that.
Okay. Which one of the two, doctor, is the star shaped?
My lord, both. Both.
That's actually the best way to say
And which one is everted? Has everted edges? According to you?
None of them, my lord.
Is any of them inverted edges?
None of them, my lord.
None of them is inverted edges.
None of them.
My lord, I want to be sure that the first question was inverted with E. Now I'm asking inverted with E. So none of them.
None of them.
To exit.
and shortcuts.
The text says they are typically jagged with irregular lacerations with inverted edges that exposes deep tissues and comminuted bone fragments beneath. Do you agree with that statement?
That's the shortcut.
Yes, as far as for that shotgun extrudes.
You still have a good recollection of picture A, photograph A and B in your PowerPoint. Which of those has irregular lacerations?
Objection, my lord. Relevance. These wounds are for shotguns. My lord, as the witness has said, a pistol is not a shotgun. The mechanism is totally different. So he wants now to compare these shotguns, wounds by shotguns, to wounds by a pistol. Is that relevant?
My lord, that is description of a shotgun a pistol. That's according to him. Do I have first put it to him that is wrong on that one? Because pistols are also shotguns. Do I go there?
Stop testifying and
My lord,
lying over.
I had said that I don't want to waste much time because this court can on its own motion establish whether this is a shotgun or not. We didn't want to go there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So this question is very relevant. Court says answer it.
No.
Which of the two wounds, A and B, has irregular lacerations? My lord, I requested him that if he still has a memory of picture A or B, if he wants to go there, we can still go there.
Yeah, my lord, both of them.
Both of them have irregular lacerations.
That's right. Both of them.
My lord, just for clarity, a shotgun can be found at page 247 of
take that as evidence?
No, because my land says that the shotgun is the same as a pistol, and you put it there as well. It's a matter of fact, and the text before this court will clear that.
Does counsel want us to take this witness to aspect of short and long guns?
No, you should not tell this court that a shotgun and a pistol are the same. You must not say things in court, Mr. Mwaganya, that are false and that surely you should know to be false.
That's exactly what he said.
The shotgun.
What has no shortage of experts?
Yes. And my lord, I'm just telling court that if you look at 246 of night, that is there.
Court is the expert of this.
So now,
Don't mislead the court out of no information. It's not deliberate. You have no information. No, mislead the court that a pistol is a shotgun.
The claim that a pistol is a shotgun is a lie.
Is a myth.
I shall proceed, my lord. Now, I have left the night. These are your materials. Now I'm going to Simpsons. Again, I want you to confirm court that this material that we have the report is that Simpsons forensic medicine certification that you lie.
That's right.
I go to chapter 10, which is cited. What does chapter 10 deal with?
Realistically, there is
And I'll take you to page 115. Doctor, we are dealing with the first of all, there is a statement here. I know you have confirmed before in respect of other things, but this is Simpson. This is another author stating that examination of an entry wound will show that the skin is inverted. Do you agree with that statement?
yes, I do.
So this is the fourth author. Confirming that, and I am glad you agree. Now we go to exits. Doctor, still on page 115. The exit wound of a a bullet is usually everted with split flaps, often resulting in a scarlet appearance. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Just for Doctor, when they talk about starlet appearance, it is star-like. It comes from star.
Yes,
The wound should appear like as if it is star form.
that's right.
Okay. So, and here referred to figure 10.11, which is this figure. That figure 10.11 is the typical presentation of an exact wound with a batted lift edges and as observed above also starlight. You agree?
Yes, I do.
Again, from photograph A and B, which of the two photographs has an image or representation similar to figure 10.11?
None of them, my lord.
Thank you. Doctor, I am instructed that you are in the habit of making controversial reports regardless whether your position is blatantly false and that this particular report and position you take in this matter is one of the many controversial reports.
That's not right, my lord.
Is this the first? Is this the first controversial position that you take in issues before courts of law?
I don't think we need to define controversial. I really object to the suggestion that
I am defining it.
is controversial.
I am most obliged. Controversial in a sense that you appear to challenge the findings of professionals who did the actual examination with your secondary sources. You appear to challenge colleagues who have done the primary work using secondary sources. Is this the first case that you appear in a court of law to do that?
My lord,
Is it the first or not?
I only stand by the truth.
Is it the first or not?
I stand by the truth.
My lord, my question is clear. Is this the first or not?
The first time he has appeared to challenge
Yes.
the work of the professional.
Oh, this is not the first time I have This is not the first time I have stood up to challenge the work of another colleague when I know in my opinion this I differ with the colleague.
In all cases where you have appeared to testify in deference of professionals who have done either the primary work, where you did the contested primary work, the courts have found you false and your reports have not been believed.
That's a lie, my lord.
Doctor, do you have a single case where you have controversially disagreed with colleagues where the court has disagreed with you?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have this.
Are you familiar with the case of retired Captain Mugisha Drake of Kigali?
I am not aware of that one.
I shall remind you. Retired Captain Mugisha Drake
Of Kigali.
of Kigali, of Rwanda. This is a case where that mentioned person was indicted for his wife was murdered. His wife was called Pastor Maggie Mutes. Do you now,
Yes.
does it ring a bell now?
Yes, my lord.
Your opinion was rejected by the Rwandan. And I have the report. The next point was,
There were two of us pathologists.
I'm now dealing with you. I'm dealing with you. Did the Rwandan court agree with your opinion?
No, they did not.
I don't know if we could be available a copy of the decision that my lab friend is referring to so that we can. My lord, I think we're entitled to follow. My lord, our entitlement is
If I
not
hold
negotiable.
the details and I put it to him, I will certainly give it.
No, my lord, we're
To the
entitled
extent that the witness is volunteering information, my lord, let them relax. My lord, I shall get there. I breathe there.
We're not really. A fair trial means we must have it. My lord, there are things that are just anti-negotiable. Yes, ma'am.
You're going to get it.
Yeah, my lord, we need a copy.
So you are going to get a copy. You're going to have a copy of this decision and you have it before you examine.
Doctor, my lord, what is the witness?
He said that he's familiar with that case, and in that case, the court did not agree.
In this case, you had appeared to disagree with the Rwandan doctors that had physically examined the body. And your opinion was based on evaluation of secondary material, correct?
That's right, my lord.
In fact, in that case,
But my lord,
your position You presented a superior position as a forensic pathologist, and your reasoning was that the Rwandan doctors were not pathologists, and that their decision was inferior to yours. Correct?
That's not correct, my lord.
What was the justification for disagreeing with the Rwandan doctors in their work?
My lord, first, that postmortem was not done by a Rwandan doctor. It was done by a Uganda pathologist
Practicing where?
practicing in Rwanda.
Practicing, exactly. Rwandan practicing doctor. Maybe we can qualify. Rwandan practicing doctor. It doesn't matter whether it was German or Kenyan, is the doctor practicing. So having qualified that, you agree with me that your position that you presented was that since the examining doctor who dealt with the body was not a pathologist,
That was not right. That's not my position.
remember you have not completed the question. But what I want clearly come out of this court is that the court rejected your opinion because largely you were giving opinions based on photographs and secondary documents, and the court held that your opinion would not be weighed against the primary, the doctors that did the primary work.
That's
Among
not right.
others,
That's not right.
why was your opinion rejected? That was not a reason.
Our opinion, my opinion, our opinion,
Doctor, you are the one understand.
yes, because the opinions.
Now I'm asking for your opinion as doctor, because yours was not accepted.
Both of them.
Joint opinion in which you participate.
My lord, it was not a joint opinion.
Testify again. Don't testify.
Was it a joint opinion?
Yes, my
With
lord,
who?
with the president of the African Forensic Pathologists. Dr. Odur.
But it is you that appeared in court.
No, I didn't appear in court there. I never appeared in court there.
You just sent the report to court. Okay, sorry, let's go. You just sent the report.
The lawyers asked me for a report.
As in this case.
The lawyers asked me for a report,
And
and I did it to them.
and you were glad to based on anyway, your opinion.
That's right.
In your report, you cite in your report. Yes, maybe.
It was rejected by the independent judiciary.
On page 14, my lord, prosecution defense exhibit 28. This report. Defense exhibit 28. At page 14, you write that this is not the first time that erroneous postmortem reports are generated from the KCCA mortuary. You state that the inquest into the death of Hassan that was held in Makindye Chief Magistrate's Court in 2016 is a case in point. There are two things. First, when did you say you last stepped foot at KCCM?
I don't remember.
You already said 2013. You want to go back to that position?
To work. That stepping there to work.
Of course.
So the last time you stepped in KCCM,
Yes, to work as head was in 2013.
2013.
Yes.
As head.
And you exited after the Never Understand, the notorious Honorable Never Understand. Correct?
That's right. No.
After the Never Understand, all of you that were not officially deployed at the mortuary were given marching orders and you exited.
That's not right.
Do you now have an appointment later to your work at the city mortuary? We asked you last time and you did not have. Have you found one at this stage after several weeks?
There's never been appointment letters to pathologists to work in the city.
Let's talk about. No. My instructions are that delivery as a result of sour gravy arising from your incident in the neighbor match.
My Lord, again, I want to object to that line of questioning. It violates section 150 and 151. I think to accuse the witness of sour graping with an intent is indecent, scandalous, and it's intended to insult and annoy. We can rephrase without the insults.
Look, I don't indeed intend to insult you anymore. And I believe I have tried my best to know. I'm sorry if you feel insulted. Do you feel insulted when I refer to the never under as a point of sour graping?
Of course, that's an insult.
Is that an insult?
That's right.
Okay. I am going to rephrase it by saying that you have never been happy. You have never been a happy man since you were arrested in the Nevada incident arising out of your unauthorized work at the KCCM.
That's not right, my lord. Hopefully not.
Were you happy on how you were handled?
My Lord, again, my Lord, indecent, scandalous, intended to insult or annoy.
My Lord, he was. How does finding out if the doctor was happy with how he was handled insult or annoying?
When they arrest you, you go smiling.
But he says he's not bitter. He's not bitter.
I don't think that question is insult. Asked in that way, is it true that you were happy after you left? Is it true that you were not happy after you left?
Much obliged.
Yes.
Good.
I have never been happy.
That's much better.
Much obliged.
Much better.
My lord, on the contrary, I stand with my head high that I was arrested when going to the truth.
Dr. Zua, after you were exited, it is Dr. Malay that took over the leadership and the charge of that place, and you have never been happy with him.
That's not right. I'm just hearing this for the first time.
Is this the first case to challenge Dr. Malay's work as a pathologist?
This is not the first time.
How many other cases have you challenged his work before?
2 others.
Which one and which one?
The one in the Chief Magistrate's Court, which is on record, and where the court has made judgment. And the second is where he did a post-mortem on a girl, 18 years old, who died in the home of American pastors in Katanga. And Dr. Mane alleged that this girl had died following as a result of blunt force trauma following sexual assault. My Lord, Dr. Barungi and I were asked to repeat that post-mortem.
Asked by who?
Asked by the American missionaries. And my Lord, we established that this girl was an epileptic.
Indeed.
She suffered an epileptic fit when she went to bed and aspirated. So this test had nothing to do with blunt force trauma following sexual assault.
So, Dr. Ngoa, now I come to the case you have cited. Oh, my Lord, massive son, page 14. The third, 103rd place. This is a case that involved death in a police cell at Lucas.
That's right, my Lord.
The first postmortem was done by Dr. Malik.
That's right, my Lord.
And he established that the cause of death was due to asphyxia.
That's right, my Lord.
There was an inquest by the Indian Chief Magistrate's Court.
That's right, my Lord.
By that inquest, you were required to exhume and re-examine the body.
That's right, my Lord.
You indeed exhumed.
That's right, my Lord.
And your exhumation did not give rise to any explanation. Was that your report based on results of exhumation or photographic interpretation?
Both,
Dr. Osborne, the reports that you issued, you were categorical that the exhumation did not give rise to any positive information.
That's right, my lord.
And you nonetheless proceeded to examine photographs and determine the cause of death.
That's right, my lord. Maybe I make a correction.
The court order
On the correction.
by which, what correction do you have to make? Let me be fair.
I did the exhumation and examined the photographs and made a report. I did not state the cause of death.
Examine photographs and then you made it.
Yes, I made a report.
But you did state it also.
That's right.
He exhumed the body and examined photographs.
Yes. In my report, I say that the exhumation did not give rise to any positive.
That's right.
I proceeded examining photographs and made a report, but did not find.
I did not write the cause of death.
Interpretation.
Ebitabo bigeze nsoma hariho orupapura bibiri nkagana ibiri orukolekya ebihooya ebiyisi nga Kristo kandi byona bikoleka nti ahatahiirwemu esasi ekitabo kyahamu lirubata lirigenda omunda litwarana omubiri hali litahiire kandi lyoleka nti omubiri gutahiire omunda kandi ahali liturukira habaho bani lyoleka nti hariho omubiri guba guturukire aheeru ekitolekera hali esatu lyeturukire kibakiina akabonero nkaka enyonyozi kandi okusigikira hali bino byona bihandiikibwa bikitabo bino bikoleka nti ekikooya hali esasi eturukire bibaliina bakitagwirwe kandi kiina embaju eziturukire aheeru kandi hataliho okusensekasenseka kugamba nka kuzaali hali omubiri kandi okusigikira hali daktari atugambire byona bino gali mazima bati kandi byona bitali bibonekeibwe ebya omutumbi gubyolo byenure byona busaho ekiina ebintu bino bigambirweho mu kitabo kandi ekitabo ekindi nate ekisomerwaho kino kyo kikurura nti baza hali ebihooya ebisi ebirina okukwatika bikoleka nti nabo nti ebihooya nabyo bisana nikyo kimu nk'okubigambirwaho haiguru mu kitabo ekibandise kandi nti guno gw'omuloti ogubandize omuloti ogubandize okoleka nti okuleeta ebihandiiko ebikukorakora ebihandiiko ebindi ebibaire bibandizeho mulimu gwogwo okubanza ogwabanze kwemeera okukakaniza ebihandiiko bya bugenzi be ingingo bakora imirimo y'emu bakeka tugambire nti kigali mazima nti buli mulungi ogwezire n'akaniza ebihandiiko ebibayiwaho olukalo lw'amateeka tulukiraniize nawe kandi kiri ky'amazima nti basangire ebihandiiko bye bitakusobola kwesigikiraho okukora ekwamu omusango ogugambirwako ogwabaire omu nsi egyo eya rwanda omunyolo omudre ogyabaire n'agambibwa kuba yaisire mukazi we aketebwa okugarukamu ebihandiike ebimu kandi kyolekerwe nti kooti etaikiranize nawe baitu nabo akaba nakozesa ebintu ebihandiike ebyali bimuhairwe baitu we wenyini atakwate rundi atetegereze omutumbi gw'omukyalo ono kandi nabo kitaikirizibwe habwokuba akaba nakozesa ebintu ebyali habwokuba bakemeera bakamukwata n'ateruliza amazima kandi betegereze nti kiriwo omubantu kandi nti kigali mazima okugamba nti takasemererwanga okulola nti dakitalule nti niwe yamugalukire mu bigere obuyaluire omukiikaitu kandi gali mazima nti baire emirundi nk'ebiri bwaweze nayemerera okukakaliza ebihandiiko ebya dakitaluli ono akozire omusango hariho omusango ayi dakitaluli male yakozire ebihandiiko obwagambireho bimuhali ebihandiiko bye byahandikire kandi kiri kukoleka nti dakitaluli male akoleka nti omuntu ayali afiire mu miziki emyaka 18 akakuba bulwaire bukunzi baitu kandi nawe okwetegereza kwe katangibwa nti ono akafa bintu bingi muno ebikwakana hali dakitaluli male yagambire kandi omusango ogundi gabo akeetebwa kandi yaragirwa okukola yaragirwa okuzikira omutumbi gw'omuntu owakabani bekamukozesaho okufa kwe kandi bekakuza kuno ekitegerezo byona byarozere teekamu omutumbi gwenyini kandi ebisale byona ebyali biteerwe kasangibwa nti akoleka nti kibalukyazoke ekyamwisire kandi mutandiiko kutene kwati atoleka ekintu kyona tandike ekintu kyona ekyali ekyeisire omuntu ono
My Lord, it's 9 minutes to 6. My colleagues are just reminding me. Yes, but what I am left with, I will need at least 16 minutes. Yeah, at least an hour of it. And my colleague has young ones. So, school. My Lord, I propose that we use the first 1 hour of Wednesday to complete, and then the defense can wait.
Kaganya doesn't know the lizard.